While most divers tend to focus on the St. Clair River's largest fish, I thought it'd be interesting to do an episode on some of its smallest. And I'm not talking about shiners this time. Instead, we're going to look at some bottom dwellers. And today, we're going to be looking for the St. Clair River's two rarest species, the northern madtom and the rainbow darter. First up, the madtom. Finding them is fairly simple. Find boards and start flipping them. And that's who we're not hoping to see. This is an invasive round goby guarding a nest of its own in territory that northern madtom could be instead. But after a few more boards, here we are. This is quite possibly the rarest fish in the entire Great Lakes. According to Canadian Fish and Wildlife, less than 300 specimens have ever been recorded. And here we have two. Coming in at barely 3 inches, the northern madtom is easily missed by those who are not looking for them. Like many species of catfish, the northern madtom guards its nest and eventually its live young. And finding a nesting catfish is generally the easiest way to observe one. While they've never been a particularly common fish, they've likely suffered large population drops due to the introduction of the round goby, who will eat their eggs at any opportunity. Despite their overall rarity, the northern madtom seems to thrive in this part of the river. In under an hour, I found 6 of them. And with that done, onto the rainbow darter. Instead of looking under boards, brightly lit rocky shoreline seems to be their preferred habitat. But before we can get looking, there was a distraction. This group of gizzard shad and white bass was a rare treat. I couldn't miss the opportunity to film. And here we find a darter, but not the one we're looking for. The log perch is a relative of the walleye and the regular perch, and of course, the rainbow darter. It is by far the most common species of darter living in the St. Clair River. You will often find them in small groups, low to the bottom, foraging for food. But they can be quite hard to film, as they can be exceptionally shy. But before long, we find a darter that we're looking for. But that's only half the battle, as a rainbow darter can be exceptionally shy and hard to film. But if you're lucky and non-threatening, a rainbow darter may approach you if given some time. In my humble opinion, the male rainbow darter, as seen here, is one of the flashiest and most colorful freshwater fish that live in North America. They can be one of the rarest fish in the St. Clair River. Oftentimes we go entire seasons without seeing them, but if you find one, there's generally several around. The rainbow darter oftentimes rarely exceeds 1.5 inches with a maximum size of about 2 inches. They live on average for about 3 years under ideal circumstances and are occasionally found in the pet trade. They appear to be most active during the summer months, especially the month of June, which is their spawning season, where males dress their best, hoping to impress females. Spawning males always impress me with their bright, vibrant colors, seemingly taken from a tropical ocean. But believe it or not, it's a native species of fish that most people tend to just overlook. This year has been a pretty good year for them. At one location, I affectionately call Rainbow Hill, there's a community of about 15 or so that seem to live there. Two biggest threats to their survival is water clarity. They require exceptionally clean water to thrive, and the invasive round goby appears to compete heavily for the territory and food resources that they need. In my opinion, the rainbow darter's conservation status is largely overlooked and at expense to the fish itself. They are far rarer than people claim they are. I hope you enjoyed this close-up look on 2 of the river's rarest species. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, dive often.